They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. It'll be interesting to see what they do today.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll run play action. Fires to the tight end. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Oh, they're after him. He's going to run it. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looking to fire. Got him downfield. Turning it on. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Fires left. And his throw is incomplete. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long.
It's now 2nd down.
Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Rhodes. And they just can't square him up, and he gets down to the 36. The Monarchs come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Here's the pressure. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
And the Monarchs line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And nobody able to handle that punt. They'll let it bounce and roll out of bounds. So the New Mexico State Aggies offense will take the field for the first time. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the back from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster, and I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Going to sling it on 2nd down. Punts it out of the air. Still running at the 40. It's a seam wide open. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam. The defense finally got it.
And this defense is figuring out early in this football game, man. They've got to be dialed in, because this passing attack, it's lethal, because they get it to their speedsters, and after the catch, they're really good. Got to tighten up that coverage and get those guys on the ground when they catch the football.
That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off play action on 1st down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
And the Aggies now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Got his man quickly. And the defense drags him down. The Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Pocket breaking down. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line. And the Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. The Aggies, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, New Mexico State. And they have the first points of the game. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. They'll start this drive with a pass. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. So now it's 2nd and long. The give. Got a little space. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He'll toss it. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Turns it on in midfield. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, ODU. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
This offense does a really nice job mixing and matching when they want to use these option plays just to catch the defense off balance. They did it right there. Great execution, getting the ball into the pitchman's hands, and man, he showed you the speed.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Snagged out of the air. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Caught in the backfield. It's Gomez. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
On the play. Brings up 2nd down.
Off the RPO, complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. ODU ready ready to send the offense back onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Back to pass. A little screen to the running back. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. They're facing a third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Salter. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45. The Monarchs are on the move. Wants to throw on first down. Dumps it off in the flats. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They'll leave it with him. Look out, he's got room. He gets it up to midfield, forced out of bounds at the 50. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Ball spotted right at midfield as they try to convert third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. And the Monarchs will call on their punt team. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
A strike downfield. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground with the running back.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Oh, and what a move, what a juke, and he makes it past the marker. New Mexico State to the line after picking up the first down. Wants to go up top on first down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man downfield. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them, they're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Just does not like to be tackled, discarding guys and getting to the 21. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Bring in the heat. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Tough sledding in there. Picks up a couple, but still needs two more on fourth down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. And with that, they've taken the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. They're still looking for a little more productivity as they trail 10-7. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Finds his man. It's Mayer. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. Good timing on the quick out. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. The Monarchs are marching down the field. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got a man. It's Mayer. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be 1st down. Gonna look downfield again. They go to the wide receiver screen. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. Back to pass on 2nd down. Makes the catch. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. And the Monarchs are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Breaks the tackle. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. So now on comes the field goal unit. And that is no good. And after the miss, they're still down by a field goal.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss, make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. The short hands, it's down. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. 1st down here for the offense. Grabbed behind the line. It's Gomez. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. Fires to the middle. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap. Wants to throw it on 3rd. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Keeps it and gets the 1st down. A really nice run and gain. And he gets down to avoid taking punishment. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got it down the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The hand to the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Gomez. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19. And the Aggies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Quick completion on the out route. He's guided out of bounds at the 12-yard line. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Looking to fire. Unleashes to the end zone. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete. The Aggies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to scramble. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, New Mexico State.
Football oftentimes gets won by the teams who play the best on the critical down and distances. What an amazing play by that quarterback on 3rd down. Able to put his team on his back, use his legs to extend and buy time, and then go score. Awesome job.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll return it. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. First play of the drive comes from the 22. On the move. There he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. The Monarchs want to pick up the tempo. To the air on 1st down. Shoots it to the left. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And the defender makes a great read, breaks on the football, and makes the big interception in the back end. And here's the thing, that's number 4 this season, so he's finding the football consistently.
Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Holds and fires complete.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket, threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Then they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Rides the back on the option to give. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Caught in the backfield, it's down. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. And the Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Looking to throw for it. Hauls it in. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. Just drives it between the uprights. And that lead grows even bigger.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. They make the stop, and that is the end of the 1st half. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like it's been a terrific scene there today in Las Cruces. And in this day and age where quarterbacks chuck it all over the field, how refreshing to see 2 offenses rely on off-tackle left, off-tackle right, and even a few halfback dives. Physical offensive lines and elusive backs have told the story. A throwback to the halcyon days of 3 yards and a cloud of dust. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Aggie Memorial Stadium.
And the Monarchs will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. He'll do it himself. Spins away from the defense. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. On the run, it's Rudolph. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He hurls one deep down the left side. Got it inside the 10. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the 3rd quarter.
Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. A first down run in the red zone. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Second down, they'll go to the air. Swings it out to the flat. And it seems to be a lot easier for the quarterback to find this guy than it is for the defense.
Yeah, and I think this is a guy, Reese, that you can split him out. You can feel comfortable getting the football as many ways as possible because he is one of those matchup.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
All right, interesting decision for you now. How confident are you in your offense? You got a big 4th down. It is early in the game. Do you feel like your guys can go out and generate a touchdown, or do you want to play it safe and kick the field goal?
So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. Smashes it between the uprights. And they'll push that lead out a little further.
And so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. The give from the gun. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. Grabbed over the middle. It's Rhodes. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. The Monarchs racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He lets one fly deep. He's got it on the outside. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Catch in the middle, it's Mayer. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the...
Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down. And the Monarchs come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going to go right back to him on first down. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Monarchs.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it with a beautiful 15-yard run for the score. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27. The Aggies can really attack on this 2nd and short. The run from the shotgun. Makes one man miss. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. It's complete. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. They'll run the sneak for it. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. Gonna run it. It's Rudolph. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage. To the air on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Wide open downfield. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. And the Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Here comes the heat. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on 4th down. This field goal unit getting some serious run. They've already been out there 3 times. The kicker will try it again.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Spins away from the defender. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. He'll pull it on the read. He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying and have had very little success. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Salter. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the pass falls incomplete, and we've played 3. That's it for this period. New Mexico State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. The Monarchs send out the punt unit. catches it at the 15. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
The play-action fake. He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. The Aggies come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Runs through a tackle. He didn't even have a chance to get back to the line. What a job by this defensive front. They boot it away. Fields the punt and try to pick up some yards. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Pass is incomplete, and by this stage of his career, you'd think a junior quarterback might take a little better care of the football. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. Got it in the middle, it's Rhodes. Really nice job there to pick up the 1st down and get it to their own 41. Looking to throw on 1st down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11. They're going to run it. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Touchdown, Old Dominion. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. PAT unit on the field. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Throws to the back. And they're not on the same page there. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Another incompletion on 3rd down. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. He was working his way toward midfield, but they'll stop him at the 46-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. A little floater there that falls incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. It's incomplete, but here comes the flag, and I think it's going to be a 1st down.
Pass interference. Defense.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Slithers into space. Turning it on. Busts through behind his pad. Touchdown, ODU. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
Up by 1, they're going to try to get the deuce here and make it a field goal lead. He's looking to throw. Takes the easy one to the back. He will be stopped short. They can't get the 2-point conversion, and they're still up by 1 here in the 4th. Looking for blocking. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27. And the Aggies in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. With the catch, it's Gomez. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. New Mexico State to the line after picking up the 1st down. Wants to throw on 1st down. Unloads it left. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And that's just pure speed off the line of scrimmage. That offensive tackle had no shot. Barely even got a hand on that D-end as he came around the outside.
The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Safe completion on the screen. He's brought down at the 49. That is well short of the 1st down. New Mexico State will be forced to punt. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. Gives it on the option. Nice move to keep running. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. And the Monarchs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Leaves it with the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts one down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Monarchs will punt this one away. Wants to bring it back. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The New Mexico State offense returns to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the...
Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Might as well give it to him again. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Here's the handoff. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They love to make this kick easier by picking up a few on 3rd down. It's 56 yards out from here. Under fire. He'll just throw it away, and it'll be 4th down. And this field goal attempt might be their chance to save themselves. This for a lead here in the 4th quarter. From 56 yards out, what a power leg. Never a doubt about that one.
And how about that? In the 4th quarter, and you need your kicker to execute a bomb to take the lead. You trust him, and he absolutely delivers.
On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. ODU ready to send the offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Flips it out to the back. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Here comes the option. He'll toss it. Steamrolls his way ahead. They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line. And the Monarchs come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. We've got a timeout on the field, a tight game in the 4th, and the Brain Trust will go to work. A first down run on the doorstep. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. After getting nothing done on first down, 2nd and goal from the 6. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. Now it'll take a touchdown to beat him, a 5-point lead here in the 4th. Thing you want to do here is give up a big return, pin them back, and then the defense can just stop them from scoring a touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll start this drive going to the air. Under fire. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Back to throw, and he's got to do it here late. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's going to take off. And he just chucks it into the 4th row. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Snags it down the right side. And they fight him to the bitter end, all the way down to putting some more numbers in the stat column, but they'll come up a little short as time expires. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling the close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.